Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a sharp, unbearable cramp in your leg? That kind of pain, the kind that seizes your calf or foot without warning and leaves you breathless, can be terrifying, especially as we get older. I'll never forget the case of Mrs. Margaret Collins, a 68-year-old retired librarian who came to my clinic after weeks of struggling to walk. The cramps in her legs had become so severe that she eventually relied on a cane just to get to the bathroom at night. What caused this sudden decline? As we examined her condition, the answer became clear. Aging affects more than just our appearance. It weakens the intricate network of muscles, nerves, and blood vessels that keep our legs moving smoothly. With time, the body loses muscle mass. Electrical signaling between nerves and muscles becomes sluggish, and blood flow to the extremities decreases. This trifecta of changes sets the stage for nightly muscle spasms and chronic discomfort. But what if the answer didn't lie in medication, but in food? Today, we begin a journey to uncover 3 simple, everyday foods that can dramatically improve sleep, restore leg strength, and prevent the painful cramps that steal our rest. Each of these foods supports a different system: muscles, nerves, and circulation, giving the body the building blocks it needs to heal from the inside out. Let's dive into the science behind these powerful solutions and discover how the right nutrition can turn your nights from restless to restful. One of the most common yet overlooked contributors to leg cramps in older adults is sarcopenia, the gradual, age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. By the time someone reaches their 70s, their body may have lost up to 30% of its muscle tissue, often without realizing it. This condition not only affects balance and mobility, but also leads to a heightened risk of muscle fatigue, impaired blood flow, and nerve misfiring, all of which create the perfect storm for painful cramps, especially at night. While many seniors seek relief through supplements or medications, few realize that the true solution might be sitting right on their breakfast plate: eggs. Eggs are among the most nutritionally complete foods available and are especially valuable for seniors. Each large egg delivers about 6 grams of high-quality protein. Unlike many plant-based proteins that may lack certain essential amino acids, eggs are a complete protein source, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids the body needs but cannot produce on its own. These amino acids are the fundamental bricks needed to repair and build muscle fibers, particularly important for combating sarcopenia. By supplying these key elements in an easily digestible form, eggs help restore muscle tone and reduce the frequency of cramps caused by fatigue or weakness. But protein is only part of the story. The nutrient-rich yolk of the egg also offers significant quantities of vitamin D, a nutrient crucial for calcium absorption and muscle contraction. As we age, our ability to produce vitamin D through sun exposure diminishes. This leads to lower calcium utilization, weaker bones, and sluggish muscle response, another pathway to chronic leg cramps. While one egg provides approximately 40 IU of vitamin D, it contributes meaningfully when combined with other vitamin D-rich foods or sensible sun exposure, especially during seasons when seniors are less likely to go outdoors. Eggs are also a potent source of vitamin B12, an essential nutrient for maintaining the integrity of the nervous system. Vitamin B12 plays a key role in the synthesis of myelin, the protective sheath surrounding nerve fibers. In older adults, reduced stomach acid impairs the body's ability to absorb B12 efficiently, leading to symptoms like tingling, numbness, and involuntary muscle spasms, often misattributed to other age-related disorders. Each egg provides a safe, digestible source of B12, supporting nerve signaling and helping reduce the risk of cramps caused by faulty neuromuscular communication. Then there's choline, a lesser-known but equally critical nutrient found primarily in egg yolks. Choline is necessary for the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter responsible for initiating muscle movement. Low choline levels can impair muscle responsiveness and even cognitive function. Each egg contains over 100 milligrams of choline, making it one of the most concentrated sources in the diet. For seniors, this means better motor control, sharper reflexes, and fewer instances of cramping triggered by delayed or misfired nerve impulses. When compared to other protein sources like red meat, eggs emerge as a more senior-friendly option. Red meats, especially processed ones, often contain high levels of saturated fats and sodium, both of which can increase inflammation, reduce circulation, and place added strain on the heart. Eggs, by contrast, are easy to chew, gentle on digestion, and versatile across meal times. Concerns about cholesterol have also been largely debunked. Research now supports that moderate egg consumption, around 6 to 7 eggs per week, is safe for most people, including those managing cholesterol levels, especially when eggs replace processed meats or sugary breakfast cereals. To illustrate the real-world impact of this dietary shift, consider the case of Mr. Walter Jennings, a 74-year-old retired high school principal from Ohio. For years, Walter suffered from debilitating night cramps and muscle weakness that made even simple walks around the block feel exhausting. After ruling out serious medical conditions, we turned to his diet. His breakfast routine consisted of toast with jam and coffee, filling but nutritionally hollow. We introduced 2 soft-boiled eggs each morning, paired with sautéed spinach or kale. Within 2 weeks, he reported a significant reduction in leg cramps. By the end of the second month, he no longer feared climbing stairs. "It feels like my legs are finally getting the message again," he told me during a follow-up. "And all I did was change what I ate in the morning." His story echoes what many clinical studies have found. Older bodies don't necessarily lose the ability to heal, they just need the right tools. Protein for muscle repair, B12 and choline for nerve conductivity, vitamin D for muscle function, all found in one simple food that's affordable, accessible, and easy to prepare. It's a testament to the idea that healing doesn't always come from a bottle. Sometimes it comes from your kitchen. Now that we've explored how eggs provide the raw materials to rebuild muscle and support nerve health, it's time to turn our attention to another essential piece of the cramp prevention puzzle. Electrolyte balance. When muscles contract involuntarily, it's often a sign that something's off with your potassium or magnesium levels, 2 minerals crucial for smooth muscle function. And when it comes to restoring these nutrients quickly and naturally, few foods do it better than bananas. Let's take a closer look. One of the most frequent yet preventable causes of leg cramps in seniors is an imbalance in the body's electrolytes, particularly potassium, magnesium, and sodium. These minerals are vital for healthy muscle contraction and relaxation, and when they fall out of sync, the result is often a painful, involuntary muscle spasm. Among these, potassium plays a central role. It helps regulate the transmission of electrical impulses between nerves and muscles, allowing muscles to contract and release in a controlled, coordinated way. Magnesium acts as a natural muscle relaxant, preventing overexcitation of muscle fibers. Sodium works in tandem with potassium to maintain fluid balance, which is essential for cellular function. When any of these minerals become depleted, muscle cells become more irritable, and cramps are far more likely to occur. Bananas offer a simple and effective dietary solution to this problem. One medium banana provides approximately 420 milligrams of potassium, about 12% of the recommended daily intake. It also contains around 32 milligrams of magnesium, along with small amounts of sodium, fiber, and vitamin B6. This combination makes bananas an ideal food to restore electrolyte balance naturally. What sets bananas apart, however, isn't just their nutrient content, it's how accessible and digestible they are, particularly for older adults who may have trouble with more complex or fiber-dense foods. Bananas are soft, require no preparation, and are well tolerated even by seniors with sensitive stomachs or chewing issues. So why do seniors often suffer from potassium loss in the first place? There are several key reasons. First, many older adults take medications such as diuretics for high blood pressure or heart failure. These drugs cause the kidneys to excrete excess fluids, but they also flush out critical electrolytes like potassium and magnesium in the process. Second, diminished thirst perception in older age leads many seniors to drink less water than they should, further contributing to dehydration and mineral imbalance. Finally, loss of appetite, whether due to age, medication side effects, or chronic illness, can lead to a diet that lacks essential nutrients altogether. The result, muscles don't have the electrolytes they need to function properly, leading to frequent and painful cramping, especially at night. Indeed, nocturnal leg cramps are one of the most common complaints I hear from patients over 60. These cramps often strike in the early hours of the morning, jolting people awake with stabbing pain in the calves, feet, or thighs. While the exact cause can vary, a consistent pattern emerges. They tend to occur in individuals with poor hydration, insufficient electrolyte intake, or disrupted nerve signaling. The body at rest enters a reparative state, but if nutrients required for muscle relaxation are absent, the opposite can occur. That's where bananas come in, not just as a fruit, but as a form of functional nourishment that supports nighttime recovery. Let me share the case of Mrs. Carol Mitchell, a 69-year-old retired accountant living with type 2 diabetes. For months, Carol had been experiencing severe leg cramps that often woke her up at 2 or 3 a.m. She tried stretching before bed, using heat pads, even taking sleep aids, but nothing worked. During our consultation, I reviewed her diet and noticed that she avoided fruit entirely due to fear of raising her blood sugar. Her hydration was poor, and she was taking 2 diuretics for hypertension. I encouraged her to add 1 small banana to her evening routine, preferably about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, and to pair it with a handful of almonds for fiber and blood sugar stability. She followed through, cautiously but consistently. 2 weeks later, she returned with a smile and a sense of relief. "Doctor, I haven't had a single leg cramp since I started eating that banana." It's like magic, only it's not magic, it's food. This is an important lesson. While we often look to medications as our first line of defense, the truth is that many issues associated with aging, especially muscle cramps, are better managed through nutritional balance. Carol didn't need a sleep aid. She needed potassium, magnesium, hydration, and a steady supply of B6 to support muscle and nerve repair during sleep. Bananas provided exactly that. The vitamin B6 found in bananas helps regulate neurotransmitters and supports the creation of red blood cells, which deliver oxygen to muscles. This makes recovery more efficient and cramps less likely. It's important to note that bananas do contain natural sugars, which means seniors with diabetes should eat them in moderation, and always with a source of protein or fiber to minimize blood sugar spikes. But when eaten wisely, bananas offer a powerful, drug-free approach to managing nocturnal leg cramps and improving sleep quality. For many of my patients, just 1 banana a day, paired with adequate hydration, has been enough to eliminate cramps. And when eaten in the evening, its calming nutrients often contribute to deeper, more restorative sleep. As we continue exploring natural, food-based solutions for muscle cramps in seniors, we must not overlook another essential component: anti-inflammatory support, and enhance circulation. If potassium and magnesium calm the muscle and aid nerve conductivity, what keeps those muscles nourished, oxygenated, and pain-free over time? The answer lies in a family of foods often underappreciated but enormously powerful: nuts and seeds. Rich in minerals, healthy fats, and antioxidants, they offer long-term protection against cramping by supporting vascular health and reducing chronic inflammation. Let's take a closer look. While restoring electrolytes like potassium and magnesium is essential to calming muscle spasms, long-term relief from cramps and muscle discomfort requires a broader strategy, one that addresses underlying inflammation, promotes healthy blood flow, and replenishes key micronutrients that support nerve and muscle integrity. This is where nuts and seeds shine. Often regarded as just healthy snacks, these small nutritional powerhouses are, in reality, a form of natural medicine, especially for older adults. A critical issue among seniors is subclinical magnesium deficiency, a condition that often goes undiagnosed but has far-reaching consequences. Magnesium regulates calcium and potassium balance, which in turn controls how muscles contract and relax. When magnesium levels are low, muscles become overexcitable, leading to tightness, spasms, and pain. Inflammation also increases, as magnesium plays a role in dampening the body's inflammatory response. For aging adults already coping with stiff joints or arthritis, this deficiency only makes symptoms worse. Then there are omega-3 fatty acids, essential fats found primarily in certain nuts and seeds. Omega-3s have been shown to reduce inflammation in the joints, improve endothelial function in blood vessels, and support circulation. This is especially important for seniors, whose vascular systems are often compromised by age-related stiffness or plaque buildup. Poor circulation means muscles and nerves don't get enough oxygen or nutrients, increasing the risk of cramping, fatigue, and pain, especially in the legs and feet. Fortunately, just a handful of the right nuts or seeds can begin to reverse these effects over time. Different varieties offer targeted benefits depending on the individual's needs. Pumpkin seeds, for example, are one of the richest plant-based sources of magnesium, offering around 168 mg per ounce, which is nearly 40% of the daily requirement. They're also a good source of zinc, which supports immune function and sleep regulation, making them ideal for seniors who struggle with both nighttime cramps and insomnia. Adding a tablespoon of roasted pumpkin seeds before bed has helped many of my patients fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. For those dealing with joint inflammation or arthritis, walnuts are an excellent choice. They're loaded with alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that helps reduce systemic inflammation. A small handful each day, roughly 7 whole walnuts, has been linked to improvements in joint stiffness, morning pain, and overall mobility. Their antioxidant content also fights oxidative stress, which contributes to tissue aging and degeneration. Almonds, on the other hand, provide a gentler dose of magnesium along with vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that supports skin, blood vessels, and cellular repair. Almonds are particularly helpful for individuals with poor circulation, as they promote better vasodilation and capillary strength. For patients who report tingling or cold sensations in their lower legs or feet, almonds can help restore proper blood flow and reduce discomfort. Meanwhile, cashews strike a good balance between healthy fats, protein, and magnesium. They're ideal for those recovering from physical exertion, such as seniors engaging in physical therapy or light exercise to rebuild muscle strength. Cashews also support serotonin production due to their tryptophan content, which may enhance mood and sleep quality. Let me share the story of Mrs. Alina Reed, a 72-year-old former nurse who came to my clinic complaining of nightly leg cramps and worsening arthritis in her hands and knees. She had been using over-the-counter pain relievers and anti-inflammatory gels, but the effects were temporary. We reviewed her diet and found that it lacked diversity, especially in terms of healthy fats and minerals. I suggested a simple yet powerful addition: a daily rotation of seeds and nuts, pumpkin seeds in the evening, walnuts in the morning, and almonds as an afternoon snack. Within 4 weeks, Elena noticed fewer cramps at night. After 2 months, she reported deeper, more restful sleep and less stiffness in her joints each morning. I never thought something as small as a handful of seeds could make such a big difference, she said. It's like my body finally feels nourished. That's exactly the point. These foods aren't just healthy add-ons. They're biologically active agents that target the core problems aging bodies face: inflammation, circulatory decline, and nutrient depletion. When integrated thoughtfully into a senior's diet, nuts and seeds provide consistent and natural support for muscular and nervous system health. They are not indulgences, they're tools for healing. Of course, portion control matters. Nuts and seeds are calorie-dense, so a small handful, about 1 ounce per day, is usually sufficient. Opt for raw or dry-roasted, unsalted varieties to avoid excess sodium, which can counteract their hydrating and anti-cramping effects. And for those with digestive sensitivity, soaking the nuts overnight or grinding seeds into smoothies can improve tolerability. Ultimately, the value of nuts and seeds goes far beyond their convenience or crunch. For seniors seeking to live pain-free, mobile, and independent lives, these foods offer real solutions that go to the root of their discomfort. They replenish depleted stores of magnesium and omega-3s, soothe inflamed tissues, and promote the kind of steady blood flow that muscles and nerves need to thrive. Now that we've explored the power of protein from eggs, the electrolyte-restoring benefits of bananas, and the anti-inflammatory, circulation-enhancing properties of nuts and seeds, it's time to bring all these lessons together. Because the real transformation doesn't come from any one food, it comes from the synergy of these choices, practiced daily, and rooted in the belief that age does not define vitality. Let's take a moment to reflect on what this all means, and how small, consistent changes can lead to extraordinary results. When we step back and look at the bigger picture, the solution to leg cramps in older adults becomes remarkably clear. 3 foods, 3 layers of protection: eggs to restore and rebuild muscle, bananas to balance nerve-signaling electrolytes, and nuts and seeds to reduce inflammation and improve blood flow. Together, they form a powerful defense system for the aging body, targeting the core issues behind nighttime spasms, muscle fatigue, and circulatory decline. The question is simple but profound. If changing just 3 foods could help you sleep more peacefully and walk with greater stability, would you be willing to try? The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated regimens, just a commitment to consistency. For the next 7 days, try this. Add 1 to 2 eggs to your breakfast. Enjoy a banana in the late afternoon or before bed, and include a small handful of raw nuts or seeds as a snack. Keep a journal, track how you sleep, how your legs feel, and how your energy shifts. Then come back and share your story, because your experience could inspire someone else who's quietly struggling through the same pain. Let's turn personal recovery into community strength, 1 meal, 1 step, 1 night of restful sleep at a time.